Boxing fans, what's good? What's going on? Hope you guys are having a lovely weekend. I was just going online, seeing what the boxing fans are talking about. Came across a video by 78 Sports TV. Shout out to 78 Sports TV anyway. I've been watching him for a very long time. It's nice. But he was talking about the fight, the Keith Thurman and the Errol Spence fight. And I know 78 likes Keith Thurman, you know what I'm saying? But you can tell that he's so, if you get a chance to watch that video, he was so doubtful. But this is my opinion on that fight. Look, let me just tell you guys something, right? I picked Kell Brook to beat Errol Spence, right? For one reason. It's not because I don't think Errol Spence is good, but I like it when a fighter proves to me that I'm good. I'm not gonna give you that hype before. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, right, we all judge in boxing, and then when you find somebody you like in boxing, then you root for that person. Then depending on that person's next fight, you decide, okay, who wins or who doesn't win. But that doesn't mean you still don't like that fighter. I liked Errol Spence, but I wasn't all the way in. I wasn't a fan completely because we all fans of boxing, and we all have boxers that we're a fan of. I want to be fans of the very good boxers. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care about how popular you are or whatever. I like the good boxers, the ones that are really good. Errol Spence proved to me that it's the shit when they beat Kell Brook. Who do I think will win between Errol Spence and Keith Thurman? Before I tell you the reason, before I give you my answer, I just want to say a couple of things. Let's just think about it, right? Just think about it for a minute. You've seen Keith Thurman fight. I'm talking to guys, to the boxing fans, the guys that really watch boxing. Not the racist guy, not the guy with the propaganda. No, just cats like me that just love watching boxing. I don't really care about the politics or whatever. Watch Keith Thurman's fight. Watch Errol Spence's fight. There's something that you will see right off the back. And what is that thing? The pace. The pace. This guy, Errol Spence, does not have, there's no slow pace in his fight. Every single second in the fight, you are wary. And if you're the kind of fighter that your punches make sense only when you're on your front foot, then it's going to be a war because you guys are going to meet at the middle. Look, Errol Spence is one of the most devastating in boxing right now, okay? And I just put it down at the comment section. Who's the most dedicated body puncher in boxing right now? Me is Errol Spence. Nobody else. The most dedicated body puncher in boxing right now is Errol Spence. Keith Thurman happens to have a weakness to the body. And he knows how to avoid it by moving around. But Errol Spence happens to be one of the best. Maybe I'll give Golovkin number one. But Errol Spence, one of the best boxers in terms of cutting up the range. Errol Spence could fight on his back foot. Errol Spence does get hit. But the reason why he gets hit is because of his style. It doesn't get hit recklessly. He's not a Maidana. I'll even say he's not a Sean Porter. Because in as much as the fight is in a fast pace and he likes moving forward, he'll back up. If you back him up, he'll back up. But everything is still 100% technical. There's nothing forced. All those punches to the body are correct, are technically sound. He's shifting his waist. You could see the power coming from his legs. Because when you throw those punches, it comes from your legs. You can see how he's bending all the way. Good technique, not slapping at all. This guy is punching you hard. There was a part in that Kell Brook fight. I don't even remember the round, but I think it's one of the late rounds. And if anybody knows it, just comment. There was a part in that fight where Kell Brook actually hurt Errol Spence. And Errol Spence was against the rope. Kell Brook hurt him. What did Errol Spence do? I rewinded like 5 times just to look at the facial expression. The fact that Kell Brook actually hurt Errol Spence, usually boxers will cover up. No, Errol Spence just threw a flurry, all body punches, like bam, 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 like a combination of punches. I'm like, well, Kell Brook was the one who backed off. Errol Spence is a beast, and I don't look. Kid Thurman, big puncher, but the pace is the problem for me. The pace of the fight. Errol Spence is not a slouch. So that's another issue. Like, I expected Thurman to beat Garcia. I know there's certain technical things that Thurman could take advantage of that could equate to a big punch landed. With Errol Spence, I don't know. With Errol Spence, you're going to have to, you can't just, there's no floor that you could really, you have to beat him, you know what I'm saying, with skill. You know what I'm saying? With a very good jab, and you have to dog him too. Like, you're not going to see any floor like, oh, it does this so I can land a big right. I don't see it. Apart from that, to set it up is going to be hard because he's the one chasing you. So you have to counter him. You have to hope he throws the wrong shit and you counter. And this guy is very, you know what I'm saying? That's hard to do with this guy. You see, the kind of fighter that could beat Errol Spence, or what I've seen, right? I believe that Floyd Mayweather could beat Errol Spence. Because in order to beat Errol Spence, one thing Mayweather does well is people who throw, because Errol Spence has a high output, but Mayweather lowers people's output. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence is not a dirty fighter. He's a technical fighter. If you're dirty, you could get Mayweather. You give him some trouble, even if you're just dirty. But if you're being technical, you're not being dirty, with Mayweather, he's going to lower your output with his defense. No matter how offensive you are, nobody likes throwing at wind. When you throw 5, 6, 7, 8 punches that you throw in at wind and people are going, oh, and you know you're missing, you're going to lower your output. You have to have great defense and make Errol Spence miss. You have to have movement. You have to have movement, and you have to hit him a lot. You need to be hitting him flush while he's not hitting you. Because if you're hitting Errol Spence and Errol Spence is hitting you, Errol Spence just becomes more motivated because he believes that he can hurt you. That's how he fights. You can hit him a couple of times, but he doesn't care because he just wants to hit you back because he knows he can hurt you. And he's not going to gas out. So you have to do those three things, but you have to do it simultaneously. You have to do it together. The only fighter that I think could pull it off, to me, is Mayweather. Pacquiao back in the days might be able to pull it off too because Pacquiao's speed confuses anybody with the angles. So before Errol Spence gets used to it, he might have been knocked out or knocked down. I don't know. Pacquiao now will just get killed. So to cut the long story short, Keith Thurman cannot beat Errol Spence, man. I'm sorry. Keith Thurman, you're gonna have to take the fight. Of course, you're a warrior, and you might be able to pull it off. And if you pull it off, if you beat Errol Spence, your name is gonna start being mentioned as one of the greatest welterweight, if not the greatest welterweight of this ever, like 78 said. But I don't think it's not gonna happen. Come on, guys. Let's not look into this too hard, man. Just look at the pace. But if anybody thinks Keith Thurman could beat Errol Spence, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect everybody's opinion, and I want to learn more. Like maybe there's something I'm not seeing, especially for those guys that actually go. Because I do Jeet Kune Do, so I don't really be in the boxing gym like that. But I watch boxing. So if you guys think Thurman could beat him, just comment. Let's see y'all. Have a great weekend, guys. Bless up.